Hi, and welcome to es201 Computer Techniques. This is week 8, and for the next 2 weeks we're going to be working with Arduino. And as a consequence of the way that we've structured things this year, we're going to be working completely with virtual Arduino environments instead of physical Arduino. And we'll be doing that through the Tinkercad application. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use that now, first starting off with creating an account. So first of all, you want to go ahead and join the class. And I've given some instructions. If you go into Blackboard, you'll see here's a class code, and then you want to go to tinkercad.com, and it goes ahead and gives you a link right down here. When you go into Tinkercad to do that, if you've never used this before, which probably most of you haven't, you'll need to sign in. And what you want to do is you want to sign in with your Google sign-on. So go ahead and just sign in with Google and use your UA username and password. That way your account will go ahead and be linked with your username, so I can go ahead and evaluate your assignments. If you've already got an assignment with Tinkercad, you can go ahead and link those accounts. Then what you want to do is you want to go right down over here where it says join class and enter that class code. And again, I'll click back over here to Blackboard. I show you the class code. Go ahead and join the class. That way what you create with here, I'll be able to go ahead and see. At the end of these next couple of weeks, you can go ahead and unjoin the class. What we're going to be working with, Tinkercad is a fairly large environment. We're going to be working with circuits. So go ahead and on the left-hand side, once you've done this, is go ahead and click on circuits, and then you can go ahead and just click create a new circuit. And so this will go ahead and open up a new environment where you can go ahead and you'll drag and drop various items onto the screen that you want to do. So what we'll do is, for example, here's an Arduino board. I'll go ahead and create this and just drag it onto the screen, and here's a Arduino board. And maybe I want to go ahead and add a breadboard. Again, you go ahead and just click on it and drag it over and put it onto the screen. You can go ahead and continue to move these around. You can go ahead and scale in and out using the mouse buttons. The various components you can use are shown over here on the right-hand side. First, there's just a subset of the components, which is up this drop-down menu that says Basic. If you go ahead and do all, you can go ahead and see all the components that you can do within here, the environment. So there's all sorts of electronic stuff, and you'll need to use a few of these for the labs in the next 2 weeks. To go ahead and wire things up, for example, let's go ahead and add a resistor. If I was to go ahead and add a resistor, I can just drag it and put it onto the screen here. And now I've put it onto this breadboard. And then if I want to run wires over from my Arduino board, I go ahead and click on, for example, here I'm at digital 5. Go ahead and just click it and go ahead and click, click, click. And you can go ahead and connect wires. And now I've connected this terminal of my resistor up to that terminal on my Arduino board. Once these are on here, you can go ahead and resize these, etc. So you can go ahead and wire these down. And then the other thing you'll want to do is be able to write your actual Arduino code. So what you want to do is up here on the top is click on code. And when you clicked on code, we're going to be using the text editor on this. So what you want to do is you want to make sure to deselect the block. So come to this drop-down menu and do text. It'll give you a little warning. That's good. You want to continue. So now we have our typical environment we would expect to see, where you've got your two functions, void setup and void loop. All right. When you're ready to go ahead and run it, you can go ahead and just click Start Simulation, and it'll actually go ahead and run it. And the default program over here is actually just blinking this little onboard LED light on the Arduino, and you see it going on here, and it's happening with a periodicity of about once every second. If you look up here on the top, you can see the simulator time. Depending on how fast your computer connection is, that may be running pretty close to real time, or it may be a little bit slower. So you want to keep an eye on that. If you're running very, very data-intensive programs, the simulation time will often be less than the actual time. When you're done, you can go ahead and click Stop Simulation. And then what you want to do, if you see, when you create a function here, it creates this name that is sort of strange. And when you want to go ahead and edit that, because that way I know which program to grade. And so each one of the assignments, I give you what the name is. So you go ahead and name this what it is. Maybe it's going to be a sample assignment. And that way, when I go into your account, I will look under sample assignment and know which one to grade. You won't be updating anything, you won't be uploading anything to Blackboard or Zybooks. You'll just be leaving it here within Tinkercad, and I can go ahead and see it. The assignment description is within Zybook though. However, just to kind of keep some consistency. Okay, well, hopefully that gets you started. I would encourage you to use the lab if you have any trouble getting up and going on this system. And good luck this week. All right, see ya.